And the V-Labs Shift racket is described as a racket with modern spin and as a future of performance tennis. That's a bold statement. So I play modern tennis and want a racket that can help me hit through the court with generous, controllable power and spin. And I believe this really fits into the world of, let's say, head boom rackets. And that's why I believe Wilson has come out with this racket.
So what will the preparation be then? Will we be watching it from an ice bath, will you be?
Ice bath for sure, yeah. I love it. My coach as well. But but I think that, yeah, I will try to eat well. I will try to sleep as much as I can. And then we will see, yeah.
Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So I've got some interesting news about the new Wilson Shift, or the Wilson, let's say, Pro Labs Shift tennis racket that has been released today. So the 3rd of February 2023, we have the Wilson Labs Project Shift tennis racket that should change things for many players. And this racket is something between the Pro Staff, Blade, Clash, and Ultra. So everything from these 4 rackets is inside this one racket, the best of the best, let's say, of the all worlds, let's say. It is always tricky when you do that, but you can for sure expect that this is not another Clash, although it is heavily inspired by Clash technology with all the types of different bendings and easy power and the confidence that the racket gives you. But this time Wilson has been focusing on the more advanced player. I would not say right away that it is a player's racket, because to be honest, it is not. It just should give you the sense of a player's racket and give it to ordinary people who just play in their club, who maybe play some tournaments, some local tournaments, to juniors who transition from lighter rackets to the heavier frames with a smaller head size, and so on and so on. So for sure it's not a high performance racket in terms of a player's stick like the Pro Staff or the Blade. Okay, so guys, don't judge the racket or don't think that this racket is another racket that will be the best match for someone who's playing, let's say, tournaments on the international level. For sure not. I can't really see that any pro is going to play with this racket. Maybe they will endorse it, I don't know, but truly, well, there's Pro Staff, there is Blade. I can't just imagine that racket like Shift will, let's say, turn the world of tennis rackets upside down. But what is interesting is that in the info I have, because today I have been adding these rackets to our store, which I actually forgot to do, and my boss wrote me a message, "Hey man, what's going on? There is no description for the Shift. It's releasing today." And I was like, oh, I forgot about it. So mistakes happen sometimes, guys. So yeah, we are all human. And I was like, okay, sorry. I apologize for that. And I went to it and I gave all the necessary information to the description. But what is also interesting that this is not the final version, guys. What do you see? It's really a Wilson Labs Project Shift tennis racket, as it is also described on the Tennis Warehouse website. And this racket will have another release in the summer, and I believe it will be in the summer, and I believe it will be in July. I have somewhere the note that it will be in July, so June, July, something like that. There will be the full cosmetics for the racket will be changed, will be a little bit different. And this is just a kind of interesting approach from Wilson, who is giving the racket to the public. People can buy the racket, but it's only a, let's say, limited amount. It is also this design, this white or light blue, very light blue white design is a, let's say, limited edition, because in summer it will change to something different. So this is an interesting approach, but at the same time I'm asking why. What are they doing with this? What are they thinking? And maybe this is they just want to have some more feedback, not only from the playtesters and some, let's say, close partners and YouTubers and freelancers who are into tennis, but also from the general public. So it looks like this is a testing phase for them to release the racket and see if they maybe shouldn't even change something slightly after the release, because we know that the Clash racket was a very huge success, but something was missing in the racket on the, let's say, higher performance side, and they made it better with the generation 2, with the version 2. But the problem was that the market was really filled with the Clash version 1, and people didn't really felt like it is necessary for them to upgrade to the version 2, because the differences were, let's say, minor. Actually, for me, they were quite huge, but for many people, the differences weren't that big. So they maybe tried to avoid this, let's say, kind of mistake or failure when they released a product that the second generation of was better, but was selling worse, because most of the people already bought the first generation, which wasn't that actually good like the second generation. I mean, in the performance sense. So maybe they just want to nailed it with right away with the first shift generation, and they maybe need more feedback. Now we will talk about what is this racket all about. So it's about a new approach to swing, or it's about a new approach to bending, how the racket bends. And for that reason, I created my own Wilson shift, because, you know, I'm a small YouTuber. Wilson doesn't really send me anything to test out. Most of the times I need to buy it myself, or I get it from my boss, but not for now. So here is my Wilson shift racket. Look at that, how it bends. So it's mind-blowing how it bends. But I just want to show you how it works. So today's rackets, or the rackets as we know nowadays, or in the past, let's say 20 years, the biggest difference was in the stiffness and in the, of course, in the flexibility, how the racket bends. So by bending, we mean when we put the racket like this sideways, we mean this, flexing like this. So this is the RA, how we measure the RA. So by the way, the RA for both of the shift rackets, for the 300 and 315 version, will be quite high, 68, which I like because I like higher stiffness. I'm used to it. So it will be, let's say, on the higher side. But what they changed and what they actually added, what they fiddled with, and what they were thinking of is like, we need to make the racket also bend in this way, like this. And that is something that actually no one thought about before. So they added also some technology that helps the racket to bend also like this. And another way of bending that also no one really is talking about, maybe at the later years, maybe Yonex is kind of fiddling also with it, is that the racket can bend also like this. And all these three types of bending, this classic bending, let's say, then the new shift bending, and this type of bending creates enhanced, let's say, pocketing, enhanced connection with the ball, enhanced dwell time, and at the end of the day, the racket works, or the string bed, and also not only the string bed, but also the whole frame works like hand. So when you hit the ball with the shift, actually the ball is swallowed by the racket, the whole racket from all the sides, like this, let's say. Now you have the ball in your palm, in your hand. You literally feel the ball like it is in your hand, like you grab the ball, and then you just release the ball like when you want to throw it. And I found it that is something, it's logical, but at the same time, no one really thought about it. But when you learn tennis, and your coach is saying to you, like, hit the ball like when you let's say, when you want to throw the ball with your hand, when you train your serve, it's like throw the racket like you want to throw the racket, hit the ball like you want to throw the racket. And it is the same. The racket is just longer, your longer hand, let's say. That's a tennis racket. So now they want to connect the ball more with your racket, more with your palm. So just imagine that. You grab the ball, you have perfect control when you have the ball in your hand, and you throw the ball, and this is how it should feel with the new Wilson shift. That is remarkable, really. The two rackets obviously comes with two specs. What is interesting is that the head size is 99 square inches, which is also kind of unusual. It was there before. I'm not sure with the someone noted that it was with the Burn rackets, Burn 99S, the spin version, and that's in a very interesting head size. I believe Head Prestige has also this type of head size in the line. So 99 inches, it's 639 square centimeters. Then we have the weight, the 300 gram and the 315 gram weight. What is interesting, both of these rackets have similar or the same balance with the 315. 315 more in the hand, great control over the racket, great maneuverability. And when we come to the swing weight, that is interesting. So the swing weight on the lighter frame, on the 300 gram frame, is about 320 according to Tennis Warehouse, which is nice. I really like that. It's nice. It should be on the, let's say, similar level like the Head Extreme MP, maybe a little bit, yeah, I believe on the similar level. Then the 315 version is beefed up to 329 swing weight. So that's kind of, let's say, in the waters of the players' rackets. So expect that the 315 version will be really boosted up with the extra 9 swing weight points. The beam width is 23.5 for both of these rackets, which is not which is something that is not really I would say special, because it's a mixture of, let's say, ultra, clash, and blade, let's say. So don't expect some super thin beam for razor sharp precision. Don't expect that. This is a compromise between precision and power. Rather, it goes towards the power, let's say, power spectrum. Interesting is that they changed the pattern, the string pattern for both of these rackets. So with the 300 gram, you have 16 by 20. So 16 by 20, I'm really glad they are fiddling with this in today's days, let's say a little bit more, because sometimes the 16 by 19, it's too powerful, let's say, and the 1620, the extra, let's say, the extra cross string can add to the racket some more extra control over the shots. And yeah, I think it's good. But for the 315 version, you have the players string pattern, which is 18 by 20. So this will really add to control. This will add to precision. So you can expect some, I believe it will be very, very precision oriented racket, also with the 99 square inches head size. So I hope I will get my hands on it, because we are selling, our store is selling these rackets right now. So I will try to ask my boss if he can send me at least one of these rackets to test it, because as I told you in my previous video, it will be not happening with the new Pure Aero 98 and the Pure Drive 98, because we are not, our store is not, the Sportega store is not going to sell them, because Babolat said, no, Tennis Warehouse exclusive only, Tennis Point exclusive only. The Tennis Warehouse for the Pure Aero 98 and the Tennis Point exclusive for the Pure Drive 98. I mean, online, but you can buy, let's say, a retail store. But my boss refused that retail possibility, so no chance for me right now to test the Pure Aero 98 and in the future the Pure Drive 98. But I hope the Shift will be possible to test them out, these Shift rackets. So interesting racket. I really don't, but still I really don't think it will change. It will change the market somehow. It just wants to maybe grab and turn other players who are playing maybe with different rackets, like the head boom and similar rackets from the other companies. They just want to kind of take that portion, and they just want to also have their talk in this segment of rackets, because to be honest, the head boom rackets, they are great. They are great also on the intermediate and upper intermediate level, even for the advanced players. The head boom pro is great. It has everything you want. And I think the Project Shift kind of tries to be that type of racket with that sensation, but also with the players feel, players power, players precision. So yeah, all the amateurs who are cruising between some smaller tournaments around their club or around their region will take advantage of this new technology. And one more thing I just want to mention, which goes kind of against my words, my last words, what I just said, is that I have this PowerPoint presentation that is secret, that is not meant for public, but I can't show you any info and also some pictures that are reflecting to the technology. Let's say maybe we will learn that later, but they are having this chart of the other rackets, as I mentioned, the Pro Staff, Blade, and then the V-Labs Shift racket that is right between, and then goes the Clash, and then goes the Ultra. So you have the control rackets, the Pro Staff and Blade, and then you have in the middle the Shift, and then you have the Clash, and then you have the Ultra. So the Ultra is actually the with the most effortless power racket. The Clash should be an all-around performance racket. The Blade should have a dominating feel. So now I'm reading it, the description. And the Pro Staff has the classic precision. And the V-Labs Shift racket is described as a racket with modern spin and as a future of performance tennis. That's a bold statement. So I play modern tennis and want a racket that can help me hit through the court with generous, controllable power and spin. And I believe this really fits into the world of, let's say, head boom rackets. And that's why I believe Wilson has come out with this racket to make it as a competitor to head boom. Yeah, really. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this racket? Maybe you had the possibility to test it, because there were several testing regions all over the world. And just let me know, what do you think about this racket? What do you think about the cosmetics? Maybe what do you think about the future cosmetics? What will be in the future, the design of the racket, because it will change somehow. And as always, if you want to support my channel, you can buy me a coffee. It's fantastic. You can click the super thanks button. Yep. And you can support me by buying some merch on my Tennis Guys art shop. All the links are below in the description. And for now, that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis, and as always, enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye, guys. Shift. Well, I will try. Okay, look at that. I will try forehand. This is the new shift. Oh man, I missed. My fault, it's not your fault. Shift.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!